Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Eric here from E&M Guns. So I was curious and I looked into the laws to our neighbors to the north. Stay tuned. So I'm going to run a quick video for you. Well, it's not technically not quick. It's a few minutes long. But it goes over buying a gun in Canada and what's required. I'm just going to kind of highlight because I've cut it down.
And I'm going through the whole process of getting a firearms license and buying a gun in Canada.
So what brings you in today?
Well, I want to become a gun owner.
So basically in Canada, you're going to need to get a firearms license. It's called the Possession and Acquisition License.
I mean, without one of those licenses, I wouldn't be able to just come in here and purchase one of these guns.
No, of course.
Do you ever get that?
Canada, we're really limited in terms of uses for firearms.
Yeah.
Right? You're either going to the range and having fun, or you're going hunting.
So there aren't people here who would be buying a gun for self-defense?
No, we don't have what are called like castle laws or stand your ground laws, if you're familiar with those terms at all from our neighbors to the south.
By stand your ground, Adam is referring to laws in more than 30 U.S. states that allow private citizens to shoot someone if they feel their lives are in danger. 22 states even extend these rights outside the home to any public place. By contrast, Canada's self-defense laws only allow for use of reasonable force, which is always left to a judge's discretion. With very few exceptions, it's basically never legal to shoot someone.
So we are here like this is a golf store, it's just a different sport.
So before you can even consider buying a gun in Canada, you've got to take a government safety course. So this gun has kind of a bad reputation, as you may
Oh yes,
know.
absolutely.
Do you think it's justified?
Absolutely not. It's like, why are lots of Honda Civics used by drunk drivers? Because many people drive Honda Civics.
Right.
The AR-15 is the most popular gun in North America.
43 states don't require permits to buy long guns, and 36 states don't require permits for handguns. There are no magazine capacity restrictions in 42 states, no background checks at gun shows or online in 31 states, and at least 12 states even allow unregulated open carry of handguns. In Canada, it's just one set of laws for the whole country. You need training and a license to buy any gun. Semi-auto rifles, like the AR, are limited to 5 rounds, and handguns are limited to 10. Only about 7 U.S. states have laws that compare to Canada's. Of course, every Canadian has to pass.
You must understand that rules have to be observed whenever you come in contact with firearms. Firearm safety is not negotiable.
You learn your social responsibilities as a firearms owner. Essentially, what it is in classroom time and practical handling. You have what type of firearm in front of you there?
Lever action.
Lever action. Very good. I'd like you to prove it safe.
So, the safety is on. Clear.
I'm in danger!
I still have to apply for my Canadian gun license, my PAL. So I've received my possession and acquisition application form. During the past 2 years, have you experienced a divorce, a separation, a breakdown of a significant relationship, job loss, or bankruptcy? Honestly, I wish I had a breakup to be grumpy about. Lucky me, I don't have to provide any of this information. This is making me feel really sad about my life right now. And now wants my references.
In Canada, the licensing regime is extremely strict. We are the most scrutinized individuals in the country. There's a whole process to getting a license. Your spouse has to sign off on it, mental health history, but you also get a criminal record check every day. And a firearms owner in Canada is the only citizen in this country that gets a criminal record check every day. PAL holders were, 2/3 less likely than the general population to commit any crime, even property crime. Because you have people so in touch with the law, in touch with regulation, and making sure they're always compliant.
First recent mass shootings in the US, a majority of guns used were bought legally with a federal background check, even though half the shooters had criminal histories or documented mental health problems the system did not uncover. This is one red flag the Canadian system is designed to catch. Perhaps most shocking, of all annual gun deaths, the vast majority are suicides, more than all other causes combined.
As you can see, I'm going to show you some numbers from 2022 in the US, and I'll show you numbers from Canada. Gun violence, and if you pay attention to it, you'll see that the more gun control doesn't mean you're safer, and the statistics prove it. And they come from the CDC's own website. And then Canada, of course, they have a lot lower number of homicides than we do, and gun-related homicides and that kind of stuff. But you'll still see, even with gun control, their homicide per 1,000 rose. Gun control is a myth. It's not anything to do with the guns, and this data kind of proves it to you. It has more to do with the mental stability and health of the person that has that weapon in his hands. It's no different than giving them a knife, a bat. Crime is going to be crime no matter what it uses. You know, you take Australia and the UK, Australia and UK, where they don't have many guns, there's still an awful lot of assaults. I did a video, I think last year, on what the assaults and rapes were in both Canada and Australia. And I can tell you right now, they were astronomically higher than what they were in the US. You can go back and watch that video. I'll try to link it. Gun control is nothing to do with keeping you safe, guys. Nothing to do with it. What actually happens is, without a firearm available to protect yourself, you're kind of in the same boat as the poor folks were in Israel in October. Very few guns for civilians were available in October, and those guys didn't stand a chance. There's safe rooms, but they burn them out. You have a God-given, inalienable right to carry guns, and that's what makes Canada different from the United States. That's what makes Australia different than the United States. Is our founding fathers believed in godly principles, and they followed the Bible when it said you had the God-given right to freedom, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That's why gun control will never work. But if you want to see what your Gavin Newsoms are wanting to do, you just have to look towards Canada to see what's coming next for gun control in those states. I say this a lot now, and I'm going to keep driving it home, guys. Join your local 2A groups. Get into the fight. You beat those guys at the local level, there's nothing the Fed's going to do about it. I'm really concerned, this upcoming election, we want to be sure that we select and vote for candidates that are going to be pro-Second Amendment, pro-First Amendment, pro-Fourth Amendment. Less government, more rights to the people. That's what our founding fathers wanted. Guys, I appreciate you watching the channel. I hope this video was entertaining for you. I sure learned a lot. I hope you have a great week. God bless. Peace out. Love you.